There are places on this earth where life is not welcomed, where nature in its rawest form punishes the living and survival is only borrowed time. Here the very air can be poisoned, the ground can burn, and the water can turn flesh to stone. These are not destinations for the curious traveler or the thrill seeker. They are not tourist attractions, but solemn warnings etched into the fabric of our world. They are the planet's laboratories where the boundaries of life are tested and often broken, creating landscapes of terrible, desolate beauty. In these forsaken corners, humanity's presence is either fleeting or entirely forbidden. They are realms governed by forces far beyond our control. Be it the searing heat of a volcanic caldera, the crushing pressure of the deep, or the silent, invisible threat of radiation. To venture into these domains is to confront our own vulnerability, to understand that for all our ingenuity and resilience, we are but guests on a planet of immense and sometimes unforgiving power. Join me as we count down the planet's most unforgiving corners, a stark reminder of our fragility. We will journey to lands where every moment is a battle, where the rules of existence are rewritten in the most brutal of terms. This is a voyage into the heart of danger, a look at the places that challenge our very right to be. Let's begin our journey to the edge of existence. Our journey begins in what many have called the cruelest place on Earth, the Danakil Depression in Ethiopia, a vast sunken plain that seems to belong to another world. Here, the ground itself breathes fire. 3 tectonic plates are tearing the continent apart, creating a geological crucible where temperatures routinely soar above 50 degrees Celsius. The air is thick with the suffocating stench of sulfur rising from bubbling pools of acid and geysers that spew toxic steam. It is a landscape painted in lurid shades of yellow, green, and orange, a chemical palette that signals not life, but its violent antithesis. Survival here is measured not in days, but in hours. The water is either boiling hot, hypersaline, or dangerously acidic, rendering it utterly undrinkable. The ground is unstable, a thin crust over a molten heart. Yet against all logic, life persists. The Afar people, a nomadic tribe that has called this inferno home for centuries, traverse these plains. They endure the blistering heat and treacherous terrain to harvest salt, a precious commodity carved from the dried lake beds. Their resilience is a testament to human endurance, a stark contrast to the lethal environment that surrounds them. The Afar's daily struggle is a profound lesson in adaptation. They navigate this alien world with an ancient knowledge, understanding the rhythms of a land that would kill the unprepared in a heartbeat. They move with purpose across cracked earth that shimmers with heat, their figures mirages in a landscape of torment. The Danakil Depression is not merely a place of extreme geology, it is a frontier where the limits of human fortitude are tested every single day under the gaze of an unrelenting sun. Off the coast of Brazil lies an island so dangerous that the Brazilian government has forbidden all visitors. It is known as Ilha Grande, but it has a more infamous name, Snake Island. This small, rocky outcrop is a fortress of evolution, a place where a unique and terrifying predator reigns supreme. It is home to the golden lancehead viper, one of the most venomous snakes in the world. And they are not just present here, they dominate. It is estimated that there is at least one deadly snake for every square meter of the island. The golden lancehead is a product of its isolation. Trapped on the island when sea levels rose thousands of years ago, its primary prey became migratory birds. To ensure a kill before its meal could fly away, the snake's venom evolved to become astonishingly potent, up to 5 times stronger than its mainland relatives. A single bite can melt human flesh, cause kidney failure, internal bleeding, and led to a swift, agonizing death. The island is a living laboratory, a chilling demonstration of natural selection at its most ruthless. The prohibition on visiting is not just to protect humans, but also to protect the snakes. The golden lancehead is critically endangered, existing nowhere else on Earth. The island is their sanctuary and their prison. Scientists who are granted rare permission to land must be accompanied by a doctor and take extreme precautions. Every step is a gamble, every shadow a potential threat. Snake Island remains a potent symbol of nature's power to create places that are utterly and lethally off-limits to humankind. In the shadow of a volcano in northern Tanzania lies a body of water with a macabre secret. This is Lake Natron, a salt lake whose waters are so alkaline they can, well, burn the skin and eyes of unadapted animals. With a pH level as high as 10.5, its chemistry is actually closer to ammonia than to water. The source of this caustic nature is sodium carbonate and other minerals that flow into the lake from the surrounding hills. As water evaporates under the fierce African sun, it leaves behind a concentrated, lethal brew. The lake is infamous for its ability to petrify. Animals that die in its waters, birds, bats, and other creatures that misjudge its surface, are calcified. They are preserved in an eerie, statue-like state, their bodies encased in a crust of sodium carbonate. These ghostly figures washed ashore serve as grim sculptures and, honestly, a stark warning of the lake's deadly embrace. The water surface, often a deep blood red due to salt-loving microorganisms, adds to the otherworldly and forbidding atmosphere of the place. Yet, in this seemingly inhospitable environment, a remarkable spectacle of life unfolds. Lake Natron is the world's most important breeding ground for the lesser flamingo. These birds have evolved to withstand the caustic conditions with tough skin and glands that excrete salt. They build their mud nests on salt islands that form in the lake, safe from predators who simply cannot brave the toxic waters. It is a breathtaking paradox. A lake that turns most life to stone is the very cradle of life for millions of these elegant birds. In the heart of the Mojave Desert lies a place whose name is, well, a direct and honest warning: Death Valley. It is a land of superlatives, a basin of extreme heat and profound desolation. This is the hottest, driest, and lowest place in North America. In the summer, the air becomes a physical weight, an oppressive blanket of heat that shimmers above the cracked earth. It holds the record for the highest air temperature ever reliably recorded on Earth, a staggering 56.7 degrees Celsius or 134 degrees Fahrenheit. To stand here is to feel the sun's power at its most relentless. The valley's geography is its curse. Long and narrow, with high, steep mountain ranges on either side, it traps heat like a convection oven. The sun bakes the desert floor, and the heat, with nowhere to escape, radiates back up, creating a cycle of ever-increasing temperature. Survival here is a race against dehydration. The human body, pushed to its limits, can lose liters of water through sweat in a single hour. Without a constant supply of water, life quickly succumbs to the furnace-like conditions, a silent, indifferent process. Despite its name and its harsh reality, Death Valley possesses a stark and, I would say, deceptive beauty. The low, angled light of sunrise and sunset paints the surrounding mountains in,